She's here in the UK on tour. And Etana, welcome to the BBC Radio 1 Reggae Dancehall Show.
Give thanks, you done know. I'm happy to be here already.
And my first question to you, Etana, is how did you break into this business, this music business?
I came to Jamaica to open up an internet cafe because I was like basically done with music. Okay, from the girl group that I was in, that was just too much, too sexy.
You was in a girl group?
Yeah, 4-girl group. It was like rock R&B, very very sexy, very different. I was like maybe 5 pounds, whatever. Very skimpy clothes, everything, and I just think it wasn't real. It wasn't me. I couldn't express myself the way I wanted to. I couldn't write the songs I wanted to. So I said, done with music, cause it's just not. If that's what it has to offer, then I don't want it. So I'm gonna move and go to Jamaica. So I open up an internet cafe. And
so where did you move from? Were you living in the
Florida?
States? In Florida. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I left Jamaica when I was about 9, and I lived in Florida for the rest of the time.
Okay.
Then a friend of mine brought me over to Fifth Element Records.
Okay.
And that is when I met Richie and the whole family.
Devon and
yeah. And I said, you know what, I'm here for 2 months anyway, setting up the company and everything. And then I realized it was going to take longer because the system to register the company and all of that.
Right.
So I said, you know what, let me just go do this. And I have to call a group and tell them, say, boy, I'm not come back. Everything, it was hard because it caused arguments, whole heap of stress, but you don't know. I'm happy I did, because enough people look at me and say, why am I glad you never opened up that company there, so you don't know. I give thanks.
Okay, and Etana, when did you decide to change the name? I know you don't change the name by deeds, but when did you decide to, become Etana?
Well, my given name is Shauna.
Yeah, Shauna Mackenzie.
Yeah. And then Shauna means pretty.
Okay.
And if me ever tell you where my mother get the name from, no, that's one different story, but it means pretty.
Right.
My mom said she saw this lady walking down the street with a pretty poodle.
Okay.
And the poodle named Shauna.
She tried to say the name of her dog.
The poodle.
The poodle.
So anyways.
And a mongrel, a proper poodle.
So, Shauna means pretty.
Right.
So I figured women, African women in general are just beautiful all over the world in their own way. But not every one of them know the power of a woman, or know them strength, or know how to use them strength in a positive way. Right. So I figured I want a name that has to do with strength and power. Then amongst a whole heap of name, I said Etana. I said Jano Etana, rhyme with Shauna.
Okay, so where did you get the name? Where did you find that name, Etana?
Swahili. I looked up in African names.
It's a Swahili.
And then it could mean determination, powerful, strong, stuff like that. So I figured it would be the best one.
The strong one, Etana.
Etana.
How do you describe your musical style? Because we can't pigeonhole you as a dancehall artist or a roots artist. Because sometimes you sound really roots. Another time you sound jazzy. Because I've seen a DVD. I was watching a DVD recently. And your performance was like, wow. It's step up a gear. I mean, and the thing about it, I talk to you all the time. This is like the third time meeting and talking to you, and I always mention that performance in the Gambia.
Yeah,
that was that was the first time I even heard of Etana.
That was my first performance as a female artist
in the Gambia in
reggae.
Is it? Because that's probably the first time I heard. Because when they said introducing on stage Etana, I was like, who's this Etana? So
because that was my first time performing,
and you took the place apart. Trust me, I stood up there thinking, no woman ever hear about this girl here. Etana, and it was a pleasure me just being there and seeing you perform on stage in front of thousands of Gambians, and the Africans they were singing your songs as well.
Like them know them long time, don't it? For real, it's mad.
Yeah, it's like you got it before and get them a CD and come.
These people never hear my music before, nothing, and Jano. But then I stand up on the stage and basically teach them, though.
Yeah, for real.
So
for real. It was a touching experience because you were really touched by the response you got from.
Oh, you saw me crying.
That's right. I was gonna say it, but anyway, you say. All right. What do you reckon is your biggest and most successful hit to date?
Wow, I think all of the songs are still growing because remember Ranga
just... I have one. Yeah, all right.
Well, for me, Ranga just was released in 2006, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, for them, that's the first single that they've heard from me. Mm-hmm. And then Roots was released in 2007, and a lot of people, it's the first time I hear it. But for Jamaica and the Caribbean, I would say, boy, I don't know. Between Wrong Address and Roots, I don't know which one.
Yeah, Wrong Address. Wrong Address. But that, to be honest, that was the song that really introduced you. I mean, you know, a lot of people into Etana, and that song it had a strong positive meaning and a message that, you know, no matter where you come from, you know. And you said it wasn't about you, because I spoke to you about this already. You said it wasn't about you, but it was about somebody who you know. I think your aunt. And you know, she went for a job, and because of her address. Her address, she
the wrong address. Yeah. Augustown address. You can't put Garrison address on the application.
All right. Who are your major influence? Who would you say influence internationally, both internationally and locally?
All right. It's wide enough. Bob Marley, first and foremost. Yeah. The I Trees. Dolly Parton, Stand By Your Man. Air Supply.
Yeah. Love.
Boy, Gladys Knight. I mean, come on, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. There you go.
I mean, all right, then. All right, you mentioned a lot of artists who influenced your sounds and influenced you, you know, growing up. Who would you like to collaborate with? International artists. Who would you just think of? Oh,
I got a couple.
All right.
What I say? Wow, what's Kelly's husband name again?
Oh, that Nas.
Nas.
Yeah.
I would like to do one with Kanye. And I'll tell you one more. T.I. I know.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it's on wide. And even there's this two female. I would probably do something with Amy Winehouse, and I've been Wicked.
Wow.
Yeah. And Clarine Bailey Ray would have been Wicked too. Yeah.
All right. Well, who's watching? Link up, you know. Link up.
For real.
Yeah, for real. Okay. You've performed here in the UK.
Yeah.
You're here on tour. And how do you find your UK fans? How do you find performing in front of your UK audience?
Mad. Yo, the surprises for me, at least. I know, like, in certain places, like, we go to, like, Cork.
Yeah.
And my boss out, and I am not afraid. And the people that must sing the song, I said, Jano, mad. You know, the response has been really, 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 really good. So I'm excited about that.
How do you find the business? Being a female, you're out there battling.
You know, it come with Walipa struggles, and it come with a Walipa, for me, like a lot of people surprised when them see the business side of me. Like, I'm always laughing and, you know, up on the stage, I'm free up. But then in the business world, you have to be rough, and you have to know what you want, and you have to teach people how to treat you. Because if you act like, you know, may I tell you, it's how you present yourself.
To walk away from Fifth Element Records and
start my own label. Yeah. Free Mind Music, you don't know, to the world.
Your accomplishment. What else would you like to accomplish? I mean, I know you've done the managerial skills. Your albums out. What else is in the pipeline for Etana?
Well, I think for 2.5 years, I think is a lot accomplished so far, and I know I have a far way to go. Next album, Walipa new singles, videos, clothing line. Walipa, what do you mean? I ramp with it. I play with it. Tell you, the strong one.
The strong one.
Yeah.
All
Our
right.
Free Mind, same thing. You know, some things might say Free Mind, some things might say the strong one, but you don't know they both represent me. It's honor.
Okay, and let's talk about your performance again. Which you know, I already asked you about how your performance here in the UK, but you performed in a studio where it's a legendary studio. Bob Marley performed in that studio.
Why in the
Maidavale studio?
Yo, the sound in that studio is unbelievable. I mean, and it was just for me. They must say, yo, just sing. So I must say, yo, this is a vibing session to me. This is not even a recording session, but it's a vibe. And it came out so clean and so crisp, Mr. Jano, but I like for the whole album.
In that studio?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's just a legendary studio.
Sweet.
Oh, we're going to be playing some of the songs that came out of that studio from you, Etana, the strong
For
one.
real.
Right here on the Dancehall Show. Well, safe on your travels.
You see me?
Good to see you again. And I'm
As
sure
always.
you're going to be at the Reggae Sumfest.
That's sure there. I got mad.
And
can
you
tell
will
you?
you'll be seeing these two microphones with your face when you come off stage.
No,
again,
man.
yeah?
That's sure I got mad. It's
Alright,
going to be... were you there for Jazz and Blues?
No.
All right, then. Well, just a little notch up. Because you don't know. I got to keep stepping it up each time.
Of course. Etana going to take Reggae Sumfest this year. Trust me.
Well, you don't know. Berries are come after, so it kind of time.
Well,
But it's going to be hot. That night is going to be hot. Hot.
keep doing it for the ladies and keep doing it for the music.
For real, always.
Yep, and you take care of yourself
Representing.
on your travels again, you see me?
Yeah,
The
man.
strong one, Etana.
Aight.
My special guest on the dancehall show tonight. Bless.
See me.